I had just bought a bag of Mog coin after it was being shilled to me by a respected third party on crypto Twitter. I then proceeded to copy the address and send it to my friend. It was supposed to be a DM to CZ from Binance, but I somehow managed to post it on my timeline, which made the price of Mog coin go ballistic. Okay, are you happy now?
GM and happy Sunday to you guys out there. In this one, we're taking a look at on-chain bags. So going through some of my portfolio here. So with recent news that the Bitcoin ETF has been delayed, or at least there's been a delayed approval as Pentoshi is calling it here, a lot of the on-chain stuff is really moving hard right now, but many centralized exchange coins, big caps aren't doing anything. So a lot of interest in the on-chain stuff. So I'm just going to go through some of the updates and things I'm looking at with my bags in this one. Of course, not financial advice. If you buy any of these coins, you are buying my bags directly, just to let you know, but we will jump straight into things here and have a little look. So first and foremost, this is the Nana token from Play the Heist game based on Solana. So first things first, from the chart here, I've checked on some Chaos PRZ levels that we can zoom into here, coming in at around 4.8 and 9 cents respectively there. If you don't know what those are, check out RT's video on Chaos PRZ levels over on the Hero Network channel. But what's very interesting with this one is we have the following. So the previous all-time high for this has been flipped into a support here. So this was a resistance that we cracked on through. We've come back, tested it, resistance flipped into support, which is a bullish TA setup, and now it looks like it is continuing in its price discovery and hopefully going to push up a bit higher here. And even with some short-term catalysts coming, I'm still just holding this on a bit of a long-term thing because I think this is truly undervalued. When you look at loads of the games that haven't really launched anything from last cycle, they're like $10-20 million market cap. This is launched, it's out, it's fully circulating, $5 million market cap only. So season 2 begins on the 16th of August. This is 3 days away from today, so coming up on Wednesday. So this could provide a catalyst in the short term. They've also taken all of the spend from the end of the season 1 raffles, the heist list, all that good stuff. 16 million tokens taken out of circulation, 770,000 US dollars worth. Now 63% of the overall supply has been burnt since inception. So the current market cap and supply is as follows. The supply is 372 million tokens only, market cap just under 5 mil. So when this peaked up here, the market cap was like 6.5, pushing towards $7 million, I believe it was. But now with the burn that has taken place, the market cap is down below 5 million and there's less circulating tokens overall. These are bullish things in my mind. And season 2 will bring with it a lot of new players and a lot of cool stuff going into that. So I think there's gonna be more hype around Nana. Let's move on to NOLO, YOLO NOLO here. You can see from the chart here, this one peaked out over $3. We came down to roughly $1.20 at the lows here. A lot of people just continually selling down here. And the kind of things I saw in my Discord chat were people like saying it's not doing enough, not enough marketing, all that stuff, whereas Unibot is just continuing to pull away. But these things take time to build out. So this kind of purple channel is what I'm hoping we get a bit of stability in here, somewhere between like say $2 and around 150, somewhere in here for maybe the rest of this week before we launch on out. But they've just launched the stats page here, so you can see all the number of servers this is integrated with. This has only been live for like a couple days now. So a total of 34 servers, 25,000 potential users, 79 unique wallets have interacted with it, and 336 orders thus far. This was a few hours back, this was posted. And so this is new tech in a new space. Rather than the Telegram bot route, this is in a Discord setting. They will also migrate this over to Telegram at a later date as well. They have a very stacked roadmap, and I expect the all-time highs will be broken at some point. But in this kind of period here, I just expect we see people selling. You can see these wicks to the highs, a lot of people selling their bags as things got a bit more expensive. There's quite a lot of holders with a lot of tokens who probably bought in very low, and so we need to get rid of these and get these coins into the diamond-handed holders before we can really ascend here. And if you think about the marketing approach and all of that good stuff, this will take time to build out. Unibot didn't go from 0 to 100 in the space of a couple of days. It took a few months of it building before it really took off. Same thing here. To get users in the Discord setting and get them used to doing it, we need video tutorials. Maybe I can help with that. And we need people to know how to utilize these things. So looking forward to seeing this take off, but I do think we get a bit of accumulation in here before we actually send. So NOLO is one to keep your eyes on. Next up, we have Hero Network here. This one down a bit from the highs here at around 20 cents, now down to around 16. Previous resistance was here around 15 cents. Whether this comes down for one more final leg and flips this area of previous resistance to support, that'll be cool. And a decent discount from the top, that'll be 25% down, but it could look like it has maybe bottomed here just at 16 cents, but we'll have to see what happens with that. In terms of Hero Network though, PepperDex is coming on top of Hero Network. They released their Q3, Q4 roadmap, and from this, it's a little bit small, but you can see here in October, the PEP token will be launched, but the beta phase starts in September. So over the next few months, there's a lot going on top of Hero. That also plugs into the NOLO play as well, because NOLO is powered by the Hero backend. So what we're starting to see is the beginning of maybe a bit of a Solana DeFi season in Q4, but also a Hero season in Q4. NOLO's out, PepperDex is coming, Flowmatic is coming along with another load of dApps as well. Lots of builders on top of Hero. This is the early innings of something I believe will be very special. So a bit of a discount, pull back maybe to 15 cents, I think would be a very nice entry point. Again, not financial advice, but I'll be looking to load up some more bags if we get further depreciated prices for Hero. I am very bullish on this for the future. Let's move on to Fast. That is Pod Fast. Can't really do TA on this one. How do you explain that? Well, essentially they've thrown all the efforts into marketing this thing now. So PodFast is an AI app allowing you to summarize any text, audio, videos, that kind of stuff. The application will take all the main talking points and then give you back either an audio or a written summary of the events within said podcast or video or whatever it is. So this has a load of different applications, could be used for education, could be used for people to condense down longer form videos and then repackage them as they wish. And what they've really been starting to do is push marketing here, hence the price has been going up crazy. Incoming marketing in approximately 1 month, fast coins are gonna go up. And then we have a load of announcements coming here. PodFast will be available on the Android store this week, apparently. PodFast was up to like 5 cents a few days back, then up to 6 cents. Just kept on climbing and climbing and climbing. And so the recent update here is that a lot of people are FOMOing in and buying this thing. Marketing efforts are really ticking up. And it seems that in this coming week, there's a lot coming. As per this tweet here, on Monday, we will have a major Forbes 30 under 30, 7 times TED speaker post about PodFast. So maybe that will be a Twitter post on that in this coming week. So potentially another catalyst for this to pump yet again. Pretty crazy price action, and TA on that one. Could not suggest you tell your family members to go and buy that thing, because those are kind of charts you can't really suggest you go and buy, but they're lining up seemingly a lot of marketing activities for this app with the Android release over this coming month ahead. So will the marketing spend sustain an even higher price rally for this? We'll have to wait and see, but that is a pretty crazy damn looking chart. Then we have DMT, the Dream Machine token from Senko Game Corp. You can see the levels on this have been pretty clean and clear, and this kind of area of around 43 bucks. We've come down, tested it. We broke up above yesterday, but we've come back and tested it again. Ideally, we don't want this to close back inside because this probably opens up like the mid-range on this thing, maybe mid-30s or something like that. Senko Game Corp has done the following though. They've announced an increase in the DMT liquidity on ETH mainnet. So we've seen how that has worked previously with the NOLO bot. Did pretty much a 10x from the migration from Solana-based token over to ETH mainnet. Can DMT do the same and get whales involved on ETH mainnet? The likelihood in my mind is yes. And they of course have their layer 3 ecosystem coming out, and there's a load of cool games being released on a pretty much weekly basis at this point. So this one is just shipping like absolute crazy. And when DMT becomes the gas token on this layer 3, I think the price just continues to go up. Again, quite a comfy hold for the long run going into 2025 for me. But in terms of the trading bag, if it breaks inside, probably look to sell and reaccumulate a bit more lower. But I hope the price discovery mode just continue here. We only broke out like a couple of days ago, so I'm in no rush to see where things go from here, but very interesting with the developments over at DMT. Then we have ROLLBIT, RLB, yet again pushing up and breaking new all-time highs yesterday. Bit of a pullback today. The price action on this is pretty crazy. You're getting like 10-20% swings on the daily. Now it's up to 18.5 cents. Yesterday peaked out at 21.5 cents. You can see from the data on here. If I pull this out, this is on max. So far, they've burnt $1 million worth of tokens, 6.9 mil RLB taken out of supply forever, and they've confirmed they're doing on-chain buyback and burns. So you can actually track these on-chain for yourself. So every hour, they're buying back tokens from the open market and then sending them to the burn address. So in the last hour here, $3,300 worth, 18,000 RLB, 10% of which is distributed back to ROLLBIT holders and the rest is burned there. So $1 million worth of tokens burned since the 8th of August. Revenues likely to continue to go up as we have the NFL season starting on the 8th of September. Premier League just restarted. European football season starts next week. And this platform generally is just continuing to grow. So this one is a shoe-in for $1 in the not too distant future in my opinion. And the price chart looks damn bullish, and I just wish I bought even more back down at 2 cents. Then last but not least, on-chain bag number 7 here is KUJI. Now this one is actually working on a bit of a support resistance flip here. So this was previous level of support, did break down, resistance here, bit of resistance in here. We broke it, but then we couldn't hold it. It became a resistance yet again. We broke above recently, and we're now kind of just on the level, around 86 cents. I think this is quite a big region for KUJI. So if we can sustain above this kind of yellow line pointer over this coming week, I do think we're setting our sights on moving a lot higher here in the not too distant future, as the TVL would suggest. Number go up technology yet again. I think also if we get some major pushes from the likes of Crypto Sevo on Twitter and some of the other guys who have recently bought large bags in KUJI, this of course is going to help the course to push this thing on up, and hopefully we start to see $1 become the eventual new floor price for this token, and then we can set our sights on pushing up a lot higher into the next bull market. But that is it for the roundup of today's on-chain bag. Centralized exchange stuff looking hella boring out there, so the focus on-chain activities going forward until we get that ETF approval. In all likelihood, it's going to be BlackRock that gets the first ETF approved. 575 to 1, pretty damn good batting average for Larry Fink. We don't fade the Finkster. More bullish times coming. Let's enjoy the ride here, folks. If you enjoyed this one, make sure you do subscribe to the channel, like the video, drop me a comment. See you in the next one. Peace.